What's good, family? It's your little big brother Zeke. I want to go over the 7 reasons dating is trash right now for young men. First reason is you only go after who looks good and not who's good for you. I've heard so many horror stories on social media and friends who told me stories about girls they've dealt with and things that they've been through where they just been played, just women have played in their face. And a lot of times when I hear these stories back, it's because she didn't like you. She didn't like you to begin with. You gotta look for the signs that she's not really feeling you like that, when she's being distant and she's not really talking to you, or she's only talking to you on her time. People who really like you go out of their way to see you. People who really like you go out of their way to talk to you. Don't go after the booty all the time. The booty ain't all, booty is booty. What you want to do is go for someone that you do find attractive, but someone that is really interested in you, someone that really wants to know more about you, wants to hear more about your background. One of the key indicators I find is if you're talking to a shorty and most of the time she's talking about things going on in her life, most of the time she's talking about her friends or whatever, and she's not really interested in what you gotta say, then she ain't feeling you like that, dog. Got a little thirsty. Gonna try some of this Sunny D. Pause. Second reason why dating is so hard for you is because you way too horny. Calm your ass down. Your dates are unsuccessful because you trying to hit too quick. First of all, you should never try to hit anybody on their first date. It happens. We grown. I get it for sure, but that's just a no-go. You don't try. You don't go out of your way. Now, if it flows naturally, and if it, me personally, I got, one of the reasons why I got married is because I don't want to live in sin. So I don't want to make this an endorsement to have sex or anything outside of marriage. I really don't. But at the end of the day, I know that we are in the real world and people gonna have sex. People gonna clap cheeks. I get it. But you should never want to push that because you want a woman to feel comfortable when she's around you. You don't want a woman to ever feel pressured. And you don't want to ever have sex with a woman that's unsure. Ran out of storage. I really need to go get myself a camera for this because this ain't gonna work. What was I saying? Never understood why men would want to have sex with somebody that they had to talk. You had to talk them into it. That doesn't make you player. That just makes you a creep, bro. Third reason dating is so trash for you is because you haven't really taken care of yourself first. And you might be in a situation where money's not looking too good, you might not have a job, you might not have a car, you might not have a place. I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of women, especially in the Western world, they don't want to deal with a man that doesn't have their stuff together. You can't be mad at them for that. I was fortunate enough to meet my wife at a transitional period. I was living in Arizona, had to move back home with my mom. But the difference is in the way that you can date when you're in a tough spot in a situation, is you aggressively attack getting out of that situation. 9 times out of 10, the woman is going to understand if she sees you trying. When I met my wife, I had 2 jobs, and I was working on my social media business at the same time. And I started a clothing brand at the same time too, so she saw that I wasn't no slouch, that this wasn't going to be me forever. This is going to be a temporary thing that we got out of, and we got out of it. Take care of yourself first. Make sure you do get that car so you can be able to take her places. Make sure you do get that apartment so you ain't got to be under your mom's, because that was one of the hardest things for me and her relationship. And if you don't have those things in place, or a lot of those things in place, make sure you are aggressively taking care of that. Number 4, poor hygiene. You stink, your beard looking all raggedy. You can't come into the dating world, going on a date, meeting someone for the first time, and be looking all scruffy. No, clean yourself up. Even if you in between days where you gotta go to the barber, make sure you have some clippers so you can line yourself up. All right, I had to grab the camera for this one because this one is the most important. The fifth reason is because you listen to red pill content. And I'm not gonna say who makes the content because this ain't that kind of page. I'm not about to get my views off of that. But I will say, listening to red pill content and taking in what they say and following what they say is the worst case of scaring the hoes. Hey, wife. It's not ready yet. Listening to red pill content is the worst case of scaring the hoes. The worst case that I've ever seen in my life. How they get you is they have great points on certain things, but a lot of the stuff only pertains to them and their experiences. So for example, a certain channel that I won't name, they're in Miami, and the people that they invite on their show are certain kind of women. Not to judge or anything, they do OnlyFans, they might strip, you know, they might be in a fast lane lifestyle. And yes, they're gonna have a certain mentality because that's the kind of lifestyle that they live. This red pill content, this content that's for some reason wanna be hard on women, wanna be harsh to women, that's just not it, dog. That's not it. We gentlemen over here, we respect women over here, we care about what they say, we listen to them, and that's the best way to go about it, man. The sixth reason is that you do too much way too early. And what I mean by that is you give excessive attention to people who really don't deserve it, to people that's not hitting you back up, to people that's only seeing you on their time, and you know, you putting all your eggs in one basket too quick. Social media has changed the dating landscape completely to where there's unlimited options. So that girl that you're going on a Tinder date with, 9 times out of 10, she's talking to somebody else, or she has someone in her DMs, or, you know, she's on her apps too. She's doing her thing too. Coming in with unrealistic expectations, that's gonna be your girl, or you gonna clap cheeks. 9 times out of 10, she already got somebody clapping her cheeks. The person that's clapping her cheeks don't wanna make it official, or she don't want a wife with the person that's already clapping her cheeks. The final reason you're having a hard time dating right now is just because you're not putting yourself out there. I know there's a sector of men that, you know, are nervous when it comes down to stuff like that, had never really had success talking to girls, or really had, you know, had issues coming up with women. Like, I understand, trust me, I've been there. All the middle school I was made fun of, primarily by women. And it was tough. It was really tough for me to get into dating and talking to women for a while but you gotta put yourself out there. You gotta get yourself some experience. When you go on these dates, a lot of these is gonna be trial and error, and you're gonna get your feelings hurt for sure, but the beauty is you are gonna get better. I don't think you're too ugly, you too big, you too whatever. Make sure you have some confidence in yourself, and if you don't have it in yourself, figure out a way to cope. Figure out a way to, if it needs false confidence, get that just to get you a leg up, just to get you there, just to get you in front of somebody so you can talk and let your personality shine. And with that too, letting your personality shine is the biggest key, because you don't want to have to put on a front for nobody. Don't put on a front for no woman, because at the end of the day, if that's not who you truly are, and then you end up bagging shorty, and then she sees you for who you really is, she might not like who that other person is. She might not like who you truly are because you tried to fit what she would like. No, come as yourself. Come as who you are, and let her make that decision. And if she doesn't want to mess with you, dog, that's a favor. That's a blessing. Get people who you are compatible with. Be with people who like you for who you are, not for what you got, not for the persona you want to put on. Be with somebody who loves you for you, and you will find success dating, even if you casually dating. I don't agree with it, but even if you casually dating, be yourself. And you're gonna attract the right people that even if you casually dating and there's no relationship attached to it, And as long as you honest with her and you let her know, she gonna have your back. She gonna ride for you for sure. You're wasting the camera time. Come on, with bum bum.
So much for Beethoven.
You have something on your lip.
Kiss it.
Come here. So yeah, that's the 7 reasons why dating is trash for men. So.
Huh?
7 reasons dating is trash for men. I burnt the pizza.